G'day, Anthea here for Ant's Pants Pantry. Today I'm going to try another new recipe as a practice run for Christmas, and it's called smashed roast potatoes. We find it in the Festive Flavour recipe chip. I reckon it will be in side dishes. There it is. Oops, wrong one. I did that one, done that one already. I need the smashed roasted potatoes. There we go, with rosemary salt, which I made already. Okay, it serves 6 people. It involves the rosemary salt, which I've already done, and small potatoes, olive oil, and then fresh rosemary as well. We all love roast potatoes, but I just want to see how this recipe turns out. Line the baking tray with the paper and set aside. Do the rosemary salt. Yeah, I've already done that. I've got some left from the last time I made it. I've got plenty left from the last time I made it. Okay, prepare your baking tray. I have greased a baking tray over there. That will do the job. And now 700 grams of water. Put the varoma into position. I've prepped my potatoes here. And then 1,000 grams of small potatoes. I don't think it will add up to 1,000 grams because I have taken all the bits out. 835, that's all right, that'll be fine. I don't have so many portions to do. I just want to see what it turns out like and tastes like. Secure with the varoma lid. And 25 minutes at varoma temperature, speed 1. Okay, let's see if they're cooked. Ooh, that's hot. They're not soft all the way through, but then they have to be roasted for half an hour. Let me just check what the instructions on here said. I reckon it said you can cook them for an extra 5 minutes. It doesn't show me when I go back. It is going through, so it's probably okay. Let's leave it at that. All right, what's the next step? Preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Transfer the potatoes onto the prepared baking tray and then place in the refrigerator to cool and dry out for 30 minutes. Isn't that an interesting step? And then after that, we use a fork to flatten them so that they look like the picture. All right, into the fridge they go. Okay, this dish is quite cold now, so they have definitely cooled off. And I'll turn I've turned the Thermomix back on to find out what the next steps are. My oven is on. I do need to resume the last recipe, please. Smashed potatoes. Transfer the potatoes into the baking tray and then in the fridge to cool and dry out for 30 minutes. Okay, done. Using a fork, flatten the potatoes onto the baking tray slightly. All right, I'll do that. Well, that was surprisingly hard to do, so it's made me realise that they need to be softer than that. The centres wouldn't squish very well, so I've scored the outside, and I know that that'll get nice and crispy like Hasselback potatoes do. So we'll leave it at that. Next time I do it, make sure they're softer in the middle. Now drizzle with 1 or 2 tablespoons of olive oil, then sprinkle with a teaspoon of the rosemary salt and some fresh rosemary, but the leaves only. So I will put some olive oil in there, and I think I might just spray it with coconut oil, because that always gives a nice crispy coating to potatoes. So I'll do both of those. And oh yes, the rosemary salt. I want to make sure I get some of the rosemary on as well as the salt. Next, roast for 25 to 30 minutes. I might have to do it for 30 minutes, seeing as the middle of them isn't soft yet, until they're brown and crispy at 200 degrees. All right, we'll see how they go. Well now, this is how mine have turned out. I think they look appetizing, and I think it's time to give them a taste. The next instruction is to transfer the potatoes onto a serving platter, drizzle with a little extra olive oil and sprinkle with a bit more rosemary salt and serve immediately. And that's the end. All right. It's pretty hot. Oh, so nice. It's yummy. Oh, it's awesome. Crunchy, delicious, very nice. So I think my key points to remember are to make sure the potatoes are steamed well and soft into the middle, and that when you put them into the fridge to get cold and dry, put them into a dish that can go straight from the fridge into a hot oven. Perhaps, yeah, it's good to make sure that you do put it on a tray or something that can go from the fridge into the oven, because you're preheating the oven to 200 degrees, which is pretty hot. So those are my takeaways, and I think that's a good recipe for feeding the family. So thanks for going on the adventure with me, and thanks for watching. Bye.